television, perform with the English National Opera Company, write books, a stage play and direct films. But his latest acting role finds him working for another ex-Python in the film, which is called The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. So I'm sure you'll welcome the multi-talented Eric Idle.
I bought a couple of T-shirts for Lee and Twiggy from Munchausen. So let's just push the budget over 50 million.
I know. One is XL and one is small for Twiggy. Is that the idea?
Well, I wouldn't have said it myself, but since you said it, yes.
So we want to have a look at a clip from Baron Munchausen just to see exactly what you're getting up to. And in this case, you're waking up on the moon, and there is the Baron himself.
Baron?
Baron Munchausen! How great to see you! Oh, what are you doing here?
Get off me!
It's me! Berthold, your old servant, Berthold, remember?
Yes, we've been through all that.
Oh, where are we?
On the moon.
Oh, yeah. Same old Baron, eh?
Can we go now?
Get weaving. Hang on. Hang on. It's all coming back. I've been stuck here for over 20 years. Ever since you were last here on the moon. You abandoned me here. You swine. You toddled off with the old Queen of Tarts and left me to rot in that parrot cage, didn't you? And now you come back here just because it suits you after wasting half my life and expect me to follow you to the ends of the earth. Yes. All right.
You're so delectable with your bald head.
Well, it was one of the sacrifices one had to make was hair on this film.
So did they actually shave your head?
They actually shaved my head. I had it shaved for 6 months. It was horrendous. My wife cried when she saw it. It's very strange being bald because, you know, if you're bald and, you know, you're not sort of old and bald, people avoid you on the streets because they think you're either just escaped from a mental institution or you're a football hooligan on the loose. So you get more room on the street. But it's awful to start the day's filming with people going zzz, because you get stubble, you know, it grows in after a couple of days. And then if you run at the wall, you can stick to it like Velcro.
You probably wondered, would it ever grow back the same anyway?
Well, this is a wig, actually. It's,
well, it's staying in place very well.
It's staying in place rather nicely.
But in your case, your character has these superhuman turbo-type legs.
These thighs, yes. Look.
These thighs?
Yeah, there are these thighs, which they put on me. Yes. And in fact, the Italians, you know, they tried it on me. Can I stand up? Yeah. They tried these thighs on me, and they came out to here, you know. And they really padded out, and I looked down, it looked like I didn't have a willy. So, I could say that on Sunday. And I said, you know, the Italians, you know, and there was a lot of Italian. And they came back, and they produced this enormous thing. which they rammed down, and which I wore because it was so, you know, nice. You know? I always wanted one of these. Then I went away for there was the Christmas break, and I came back, and some Italian had carefully crocheted it, cover for it. So I kept it, you know, as a little souvenir.
Yeah, you bought it at the end of the film. Yeah, I can imagine.
The wife got fond of it, you know.
So anyway, so your little legs are going faster than the wind in this film. Is that the idea?
Yes, I'm like a roadrunner. Half of it was done by a model. Not like a Twiggy model, you know. It's like done by a machine.
Actually, going back, what is it, 20 years since Monty Python's have burst onto the screen? Yeah. It actually replaced a religious slot on a Sunday at the very beginning, or at least the forerunner did. Did that offend an awful lot of people initially?
Well, I've read this too. You know what this religious slot was? It was the Horse of the Year show.
How religious can you get?
Which is, of course, a religion, as you know. So, I don't know. It was a Sunday night, as you say, but they kept taking it off the BBC. They you know, we were on for 2 weeks, and they'd take it off and put on some more Horse of the Year show.
But how shocked were people at some of the early sketches?
I think the audience, the first audience we got, thought they were coming to see a circus. And they were full of this sort of bust-in BBC audience of little biddies going, oh, where are the clowns? Where's the... started dropping sheep on people's head. So I think they were shocked.
I mean, do you feel that they were shocking in content?
I don't know. I mean, when we started it, what we decided to do was just make what made us laugh. And I remember just having no idea what was going to happen on these shows, because they were very bizarre, especially early on. If you look at some of the early ones, they're very strange. And they're kind of endearing if you look at them now, I find. Because we simply had no clue, really, of how they'd be received.
You seem to spend an awful lot of time in women's clothes in those days.
Yes. Well, when you grow up at 12 years in boarding school, you're always trying to get into women's clothes, you know. And I fulfilled my lifetime's fantasy.
Well, was that because you had the best legs,
weird.
or what?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned I do have the best legs. I mean, John Cleese will be furious you said that. But it's very strange. Women really wear weird things.
Like?
Well, I mean, if you dress up as a woman, you've got these high heels on, and then you've got these nails on, so you can't pick anything up. You've got eyelashes, so you can't see. You're sort of staggering around like this, you know. And then they stick you on the Yorkshire moors and, you know, put water on you.
Actually, John Cleese, of course, has become quite a sex symbol of late with A Fish Called Wanda.
Yes.
That must have surprised you a great deal.
Well, not really. He always tried to go to bed with me. Well, I always said no, you know. I think some of the others said yes, but who knows?
It wasn't his body anyway they used
It was
in
a
the film,
double.
was
It was a body double, I think. It was Jamie Lee's body.
So is Python gone forever, or is it likely that you may all get together again?
We're supposed to get together again this year and do something to sort of mark the 20th anniversary of replacing Horse of the Year show. So I don't know what we'll do. We'll probably do some riding or something.
But I mean, any idea what form it might take?
I have no idea, no. I mean, until we meet and talk. It's very hard to get 6 guys together, you know. We're always in various parts of the world.
Why don't you go to Barbados like you used to do in order to do your writing? This is where they used to write their stuff, you know. On the beaches of Barbados.
Well, we went for 2 weeks. I mean, we'd spend 2 years writing, and then we'd go for 2 weeks to Barbados. And it was really just so we can concentrate on the final draft.
Of course. It seemed like a good story at the time for the wives and the girlfriends. Well, it's lovely to see you, Eric, and I hope you enjoy your next part. What is it, as a ghost? Is that the next thing we see?
That's on American TV. My next part in this country is with Robbie Coltrane. We're playing a film called Nuns on the Run.
That should be a lot of fun. You're not back in high heels again,
I'm afraid. Well, no, nuns don't wear high heels, do they?
You've discovered that already, have you?
It's a rather boring little uniform they wear now.
Well, I'm glad you're back in the habit anyway, so... the oldies are the best. Eric, thanks a lot, and it's good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Hunniford. We'll see you next week, exactly the same place, the same time. From all of us, bye-bye.